Alright everybody, welcome back. I got my friend Colefield here. We just watched Falcon Winter Soldier episode 4.
Yep.
And now we gotta talk about it. I think it was one of the better ones, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think so.
There's a lot more action in this episode, I think. I feel like we got to see more of like Bucky and Sam in this episode than we did last time too.
Maybe.
Just because like I feel like last episode was like almost like a Zemo episode.
Yeah. So at the end of last episode, I don't know. Do we know her name?
I think it's like Io or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
She's one of the Dora Milaje. She's like tells Bucky, "Hey, you got 8 hours basically, and then we're coming for Zemo, regardless of whether or not you've solved your problem." Because obviously they're ticked off because he killed their king, but they've got a lead on where she might end up being from Zemo, and so they all go there try to find it, and he manages to get a lead, but also like pull some sneaky stuff because that's just what Zemo does. But he still is like mostly helping them. Like,
yeah,
I like Zemo a lot actually. He's one of the more interesting villains
in the MCU.
Yeah,
but they've let live.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about a truce, Bruce? That's kind of what they're doing right now.
So they go check that out, and they get some information about where she's going to be. There's a memorial for the mother character that died.
We saw her pass away in the last episode, right? Or we saw that she was really sick because Carly was talking to her.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think it was last episode we saw her. She died. So they're all having a memorial for that, and so he finds out when that's going to be. But before that can actually happen. Is that when the Dora Milaje actually attack, or was that after that? I don't remember the exact order of events. Or Walker finds them too. He's tracking them because they're like famous people essentially.
Yeah.
So he's back in the picture with his buddy Battlestar. Eventually, Sam manages to confront Carly and tries to reason with her, but then Walker storms in and kind of ruins everything. And then that happens again, kind of.
And then it happens.
Happens again and it goes worse.
Yeah. Also, we're in the last half now.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, I feel like now that we're in the last 2, this is the Super Bowl coming on now. Here it comes. I think the action was very, very good in this episode. It was intense.
It wasn't the crazy over the top action like we had with the
18-wheeler.
18-wheeler heist or the whole canyon sequence from the first episode. Mm-hmm. It wasn't anything like that.
It's
but it was really
hand on hand.
Yeah. The Dora Milaje, when they invade the place to try to take out Zemo, it's pretty crazy.
That was intense. There's so much going on. Without further ado, we're going to now be talking about spoiler subjects.
Yep.
And the number one thing to start off with is how it opens up in Wakanda.
Oh.
How awesome was that?
Flashback to Bucky getting his deprogrammed.
So much emotion. Dude, it's really intense.
But he does great. He sells it so well.
Yeah, he did.
And so he's had this moment where just saying all the words and him fighting it and managing to do it, and then afterwards just grinning and crying finally free of this thing that's been tainting my life for literally 50 years.
And then that's what she said. She said you're free. And she also called him White Wolf right there. She's like, you got 8 hours, White Wolf, or something. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping he kind of takes up that name. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that this is going to end up being just a 1-season show, if only because neither one of them are going to be the Falcon or the Winter Soldier at the end.
Yeah. This is Captain America and White Wolf.
It'll be the Captain America and the White Wolf or something like that. Zemo escapes whenever the Dora Milaje attack. Mm-hmm. He manages to slip away. A slippery little weasel of a guy.
Yeah, he is.
And that's the last we see of him. That's 3/4 of the way through the episode, maybe?
Probably so.
Carly has more of the super soldier serum. Most of it gets destroyed by Zemo, but one vial gets by, and Walker finds it, of course. Doesn't take it immediately, but it doesn't take much.
He seeks some, guidance. He's like, hey, if it was you, would you take it,
I really think, the thing that pushed him over the edge was when he fought the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
And he got his butt kicked, obviously, because they're the best Wakanda fighters they have. And
she threw the spear and it went through his shield.
He pinned his shield through the strap to a table. It was amazing.
What happened to my light?
And the light went off. Whatever.
Also, one of the other things that was too crazy, what moment was when the lady made Bucky's arm fall off.
Yeah.
That was what? That can happen?
And I love the fact that Sam's like, did you know they could do that?
He's like, no, I didn't. And then there's the whole like Sam and Carly confrontation scene, which like he was like really getting through to her too.
Yeah, he was getting through to her when Walker comes in.
This is everything.
Well, I mean, it's kind of his fault because he should have told her, he's like, hey, the other guys are out there.
That would have been smart.
You know, told her up front, hey, I'm here by myself right this second, but the other guys are outside, and I've only got a few minutes before they're going to come in here.
So why don't we get out of here and go talk somewhere private?
Yeah, something like that.
And then Carly calls up Sam's sister.
Yeah.
And like pretty much, threatens his
family. Even though it doesn't really seem like she has any intention of actually hurting them. It was
No.
more just like making a point, hey.
Yeah, like I'm serious.
Don't screw with me because I know where they live and I wouldn't know what they, I could do it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't really, I don't think she really has any intention of hurting them.
And then, so they scheduled a new meeting up. The action there was pretty intense too. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What he can do with that wing, with the wings.
No, they do lots of cool stuff. He even uses just like the jetpack just as like a weapon.
Yeah, just to be able to like boost himself, to like punch somebody or something.
Yeah, you get a lot more inventive use of it throughout the whole thing. But in the whole sequence, Walker and Battlestar show up, and poor Battlestar gets wrecked.
Yeah, he
does. He gets straight up killed. Gets punched into a pillar and dies.
Yeah,
it's
which
pretty
is very
brutal.
sad because, like we were saying earlier, he's not necessarily a bad guy either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like he's not really like unlikable like the other guy is.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of like the sidekick. I feel like he has more like morals, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and like limits. Probably.
Yeah, seems like it. At least he's a little bit more level-headed about it.
With all that being said, Walker is now Super Soldier Walker,
Mm.
and he decides he's gonna go track down the guy who punched Battlestar in the wall.
Yeah, I don't even think it was the same guy.
I don't know if it was either.
Because he said it wasn't him. Was it actually Carly that did it? I don't even remember if it was.
Was it? Josh was saying it was.
And it seemed like she didn't even really mean to kill him.
Yeah, it definitely looked like she didn't mean to do that. She kind of had the look in her eyes like, oh snap, I think I just killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and after he dies, and everyone kind of just stops, and they all leave. Walker like looks over, finds out he's dead. He's like, okay, gone too far. Chases the one guy he sees out into the streets, and
he like whaps him with the shield like in the face a couple times when he's like throwing it at him.
Mm-hmm.
Which should definitely done more damage than it showed. Taking that shield.
I mean, he's Super Soldier, so I mean, he's
that
tough.
is true too.
He's tough, but then
he gets on top of him, kind of like Captain America on Iron Man Civil War.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like he did exactly what Cap did to Tony, but Tony was wearing an armor suit,
and Cap stopped.
And this guy didn't stop.
No.
And that final image of just the bloodstained shield.
Yeah, that was.
Mm-mm.
Whoa! Like, I hate that. When I was sitting there, I was like, "That's horrible. That's like dishonoring."
It's a powerful, terrible image,
Yeah.
and just all these people around him filming it.
Steve Rogers is rolling over in his bed on the moon right now.
Yeah, wherever he is, dead or alive, he's rolling over either in his bed or his grave. Or like, oh my gosh! So I figure next episode, Sam's got to be taking the shield back.
Yeah, the government's gonna say no, ma.
No, I don't think the government's gonna say nothing.
No.
I mean,
I feel like they have to. That was like a big thing.
You hope so, but I kind of feel like that's not going to be the case. I feel like Sam's going to take the shield back, like, by force.
I'm thinking probably Don Cheadle's going to show back up in the next 2 episodes. Maybe not both of them, but soon. I feel like he wasn't just a one-on thing.
Yeah, I figured he'd have to show up again at the end.
War Machine story.
Boom. Infamous.
Dude, if he said that, the internet would go crazy. Also, Sharon had one scene in this episode. Was it just one? Where she was like messing around with her little computer thing?
Twice. They called her the first time, and then she was like looking at the satellite stuff the second time. So it was all like tied together, but it was 2 separate scenes.
I low-key still think she could be the power broker.
I think it's possible, but I don't think it's likely. No, I kind of hope it's not her, just because I hope they get something pretty cool to play this guy, and if he's going to be like an ongoing presence.
That's all I got to say, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that was our review breakdown of the Falcon Winter Soldier episode 4. If we missed anything, just comment, let us know, and I'll get back to you in the comments. Check out the past couple weeks' reviews, and come check out next week's. And we'll see you then. Subscribe, like, all that.